Hello everyone. So this is our presentation on the project made for Let's Endorse by our team 75. Our team consists of 7 members along with 3 mentors. The problem statement which is provided to us consisted of the requirements of the streamlining of the agro-processing value chain. We were expected to come up with a detailed and extensive architectural diagram explaining the data models for objects and their movements in the value chain. The key features in our solutions include various stakeholders are granted access to specific pages tailored to their requirements. The product's grade is authenticated by the CPU during the sale process by farmers. Customers have access to the middleman's identification, allowing them to verify the authenticity of the goods. We utilize the MERN stack for our development needs. Now let me explain our solution by explaining the system architecture. The first actor in this chain, the farmer, sends his produce details to the CPU and receives a calculated amount he can be paid for it according to his expected grade of produce. The second actor, the CPU, will receive every farmer's request on their interface, which will then be verified by the respective CPU based on the grade of the produce. In addition to that, the CPU will also be able to show the current rates at which the raw produce is being sold, thus solving the issue of unfair pricing for the farmers. For every raw material that is being verified by the CPU, the product will have a property called the CPU ID, which will be passed on throughout the journey of the product. As the raw products are transferred to the AC/DC actor from the CPU, another property known as the AC/DC ID will be attached to the object of the product. The AC/DC will have an extensive database where it keeps an inventory of the raw product available to be sold to the MFEs. The MFE actor may send a request to the respective AC/DC regarding the type of goods and the maximum available capacity, where the AC/DC can accept or decline the request on the basis of the availability of the goods. The MFE, after purchase of a certain type of raw goods, will produce its respective processed product and mark up its price according to the resources. The MFE actor will be able to send a notification to the AC/DC actor containing the processed good information along with a new field called MFE ID, indicating which exact mill was responsible for the production. Finally, once the processed goods are purchased by the CPC, one final attribute containing the CPC ID will be attached to it before it reaches the end user. The consumer interface will consist of the final processed goods to be purchased by the customer along with all its component information. The user will have easy access to all the actor IDs in the value chain, thus solving the issue of transparency. The future scope for our project includes a mobile application that offers convenient access and ability to use it offline, an enhanced and user-friendly user interface that provides an improved user experience. Now I'll hand over to my peer who will explain our development.
So this is basically the login and sign up page for the web portal, wherein a user can input the email ID, password, and can choose a category from farmer, varying from farmer to consumer. So let's dive into the portal by logging in to the system. So the first actor for our system is a farmer. So basically farmer gets an input fields of to select the goods, what are the quantities available with him, and what is the grade quality according to him. So he can input these fields. Let's suppose we choose rice, and suppose he has 100 kilos of rice, and according to him, the grade quality he has is fine, right? So once he submit this query is then this data is being sent to the nearest CPU. CPU is central processing unit, wherein farmers can reach out these units to reach out the market. So this is the basic dashboard for the central procurement unit, wherein the dashboard displays the request sent by the local farmers, which includes the grains, what are their quantity, and according to the farmer, what are their standard levels. Once the farmer reaches out their procurement center in person, the one of admin can verify the standards, and once if it matches with the standard, if it matches with the procurement unit, the user can verify it. Once the admin has verified it, it's being further processed to the ACDC section. The major task of the ACDC center is to fill the gap between the MSFE request and the farm and the goods which are being produced by the farmer. This dashboard displays the request made by several units. Suppose CPU input, like the input we have that is for the rice, and that's 100 kg, and the MSFE that the smaller meals are requesting for some goods that is 100 kg of rice. So what would be the response of the ACDC center? So it would be the like it's fine. It could provide 100 kg of rice and with the grade standard of fine. And once we approve it, the next step is the next step is the CPG. The basic task of the CPG is the packaging and the management. Once the goods are being delivered to the markets, the final checks are being made by the CPC. So let me give a tour of the basic dashboard of the MSFE. As the main fundamental unit of the whole social chain is the MSFE. So let's dive into the dashboard. So this would be the basic dashboard for the MSFE. Like one of the admin can access this. Like they have the track of the earnings made this month. How much customer they reach this month? What are the products? How are their sales growing? What are the returns? Returns in this sense basically implies once the even if the goods do not match the standard quality, what are the rates that what are the rate of chances that they have returned to back to the farmer? So this